Salam to all, starting with the dollar against Turkish lira as always. Last week it closed the week with doji on second consecutive week. The closing and opening levels were almost the same again, which means the buyers and the sellers are still equal, no winners yet, and the big fight continues and getting tougher actually. Also, the momentum of the next move shall be bigger. This week, if it needs to break either 1864 or 1847 for us to see if the buyers or the sellers win this fight. If the sellers win, it shall try 1820. On the other hand, it may break 1897 if the buyers win. So let's watch out carefully and don't forget the required correction. Now, euro against the dollar. Last week closed with gain, and we were driving your attention as to buyers being eager to win the fight. This week, if it is above 0.9834, it might break 0.9876 and then try 0.9920, 9939. The sellers may turn from this range like a punch, so it may fail to cross one psychological level again. As for gold, last week it came down and turned from 1,617, closed with gain. We were expecting it to turn from 1,624, 1,611 range. This week, if it is above 1,661, 1,668, it shall break 1,678. And here's an important level. Breaking this not only crosses the trend line, but also shall trigger an increase. So yes, it is important if it will be broken, and how it will be broken is also very important. Is it broken easily, slowly, just a little, then it may try 1,688, 1,698 range on its way to crossing 1,700 psychological level, and the support is at 1,645 level. Time for cryptos, and let's start with Bitcoin as always. Last week it made fourth consecutive doji. Opening and closing levels are almost the same again, and this means the fight between the buyers and the sellers still goes on, and both sides are really in this with all their powers. The increased momentum by the fourth consecutive doji means the winner either will start a rally or a crash, so watch out. This week it needs to break outside of 19,710, 18,670 range as for the next move by the winner. If the sellers win this fight, it shall break 18,500, 18,000 to try 16,974 on its way to see how many buyers are left at the last Fibonacci retracement on 15,000. Otherwise, if the buyers win the fight, which has been going on like in a month, it may break 20,540 and then try 21,300, 21,700 range. Do you get the feeling that the markets are tempted by the buyers at 15,000? At last Ether, last week it made the fourth consecutive doji. Opening and closing levels were almost the same again. This means the fight between the buyers and sellers continues on, and both sides are putting all the power they have. The increased pressure by the fourth consecutive doji means the winner either will start a rally or a crash, so watch out. This week it needs to break outside of 1,341 or 1,254 for the winner on this fight to be clear. If the sellers win this, it shall break 1,166 and try 1,050, 985 range. Will this be enough, or want to fill the gap between 945 and 728? Otherwise, if the buyers win the fight, it may break 1,445, 1,447 and try 1,560 level. Will the gap be considered? Thanks for watching. Let's always watch the premieres on Sundays at midnight all together. Don't forget, as Mr. Sinan Boraz's request about me clarifying some basic terms, I already started to share them on my Instagram stories, and these stories are being saved on my highlights named as term on my profile, so keep up with them. Looking forward for your comments, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and set a reminder. Bye.